And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Summoner's Rift. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. I don't know how many people actually understand that reference. That's kind of sad. But welcome back to Summoner's Rift. In the bottom side of the map, wearing the blue health bars this game, will be Pigz Might Fight. In the top lane will be Smooths, meaning the Maokai this game. Scrambles in the jungle, playing the Elise. In the mid lane, Renji will have the Echo, and in the bot lane, Eggplant Sout and Himana will be on Tristana Taric.
Now, up in the red side, rocking the red health bars, we've got Open Please on the Camille, the King in the jungle on Gragas, Blueprint in the mid lane on Galio, and for the bottom lane, we have Demon Boy and a Wombologist on the Caitlyn Janna. That's a boring lane.
Yeah, shouldn't expect too many fireworks from that bot lane. The Tristana Taric versus the Caitlyn Janna doesn't seem like the most exciting lane matchup, but the eyes really have to go toward top and mid. Renji has been the most solid performer, I would say. I don't know that you necessarily would agree, but Renji seems like the most solid performer for Pigz Might Fight, and he's been very strong early game on most of his picks. And we'll have to see if that the Echo into the Galio pick can get anything done. And then you also have to watch on the opposite side for Team Deathmatch with Open Please and Smooths in the top lane.
From past games, though, we did, even if it wasn't exactly an aggressive lane early, we have seen Eggplant just go like super hard with the Tristana early rocket jump, and even if it's like just trying to scale up, they do try and like push and go for risky plays down the bottom lane. Mm-hmm. One thing I did just notice, Eggplant and Himana went for the heal exhaust rather than the barrier heal.
The heal exhaust plus the Doran's Blade early on Tristana rather than like a Relic Shield or even a Doran Shield in the Caitlyn lane means that he probably wants to be very aggressive down there, like you were saying. But so far, being kind of denied, Himana got a little bit of a trade with the Dazzle, and actually just going up, trying to melee Demon Boy. Getting a little bit worse with the trade, and now we'll see the strength of the Caitlyn start to come through, as has been explored through this last week in the World Championship. But Scrambles is here. Kind of a surprise level 2 gank as he makes an appearance. Demon Boy's chunked low, and the Spider Bite not able to pick it up. But an early flash forced out of bottom lane. We could see a return visit. It's going to be a little bit harder with the jungle pathing. And already the King taking advantage and going in, scooping up that blue buff. And so Scrambles, not an unsuccessful gank, but going to get 3 buffed as a result of it.
That was a very, very nice trade in the mid lane by Blueprint. Brought Echo pretty low, but he does have a Corrupting Potion, so he should be able just to chug that and get back up to mostly full health.
And I guess the other advantage of that gank we're seeing in bot lane is Eggplant and Himana now have a little bit more lane control. They're forcing that Caitlyn in under tower, and that's where Caitlyn struggles a little bit more than in mid lane or even pushing. And Scrambles doesn't look like he's done. He's sneaking into the bottom bush. Meanwhile, the King headed toward topside as he body slams over the wall. He's spotted by a ward, and Smooth is trying to run away. More trading in the mid lane. Justice Punch doesn't connect. Smooths and King still... Well, that's Smooths and King battling it out. Open Please has backed off. There's a little bit of action in every lane. No one just sitting quietly and farming this game. And Open Please connects with the Camille E coming in with the adaptive strikes. Not able to pick up the kill, but forces the flash out of Smooths. And that's going to grant a lot of lane pressure over to that Camille.
And that is exactly what Team Deathmatch does like all of the time. Get an early gank from the jungle up top, either force out a flash or even just trade some damage onto him, as we saw in like the 1v1 from the jungle versus top laner. And then the Camille can just take over.
Mm-hmm. And you can even see the difference in the junglers. Scrambles has been stuck on that one quadrant of farm, basically. This is the second clear on that one quadrant, and actually hasn't been over to that blue side. Whereas the King, able to clear out his opponent's jungle and now coming back into his own, should have a pretty significant farm and XP advantage coming out of this very early game. That's a good trade by Demon Boy, able to get that 90 caliber Ned in there for a little bit of bonus damage. Oh, Eggplant jumps in with the Dazzle on him, able to land that explosive shot. Heal forced out of Demon Boy as well as that barrier. Now they're starting to turn back around as Eggplant takes a lot of damage from the minions. Scrambles his mid now, misses the cocoon, and now lacking mana, not able to really follow up on that, so Blueprint's just going to walk out of the gank in mid. No kills yet, but you're feeling a lot of early pressure from these team deathmatch lanes.
I do apologize, I've had to go on mute again. Someone just arrived home and we have 2 high-pitched dogs barking. As I did mention earlier, the super early rocket jump into the enemy bottom lane from Eggplant, he definitely has done that a bunch of times, or at least he's more comfortable taking the calculated risk than what someone like I would be.
Mm-hmm. And Amana's doing a good job weaving in the auto attacks with the Taric, able to get in that passive damage whose name I can't remember. It's not very important. Bravado is the name of it, apparently. But able to stack in a couple of those bonus auto attacks, and they've actually traded pretty well with the Caitlyn Janna lane early. Now Renji and Blueprint back at it again. Blueprint's getting a little bit better at these trades, but Scrambles is here. He lands the cocoon. Renji didn't look like he really wanted to follow up. They spot King over the wall. Body Slam comes in over the wall. Scrambles is taken low, forced to flash out. Renji's still able to fight. He's got the Chrono Break available if he needs it. But so far, a lot of respect being played by both teams to each other. But King is now back in mid lane, and no Chrono Break actually from Renji as first blood picked up. It goes over as a solo kill to the King. Now jump in from Eggplant in the bot lane, lands the explosive shot on Janna, flashes forward to try to finish it off, and Eggplant does pick up the kill. Now back, goes behind Demon Boy, doesn't have the ultimate available to try to insect back out of turret range, takes a turret shot for his trouble, and is forced to back away. So 1-1, Scrambles is going to be spotted by that pink ward, and King is just making himself at home in the Elisa's jungle. Never quite sure if we have winged or not, but Camille going in with that hook shot, able to land a little bit of damage on Smooths, but ultimately this is honestly kind of a boring lane, and that's really going to favor Pigz as it goes later on, as they're trying to get Open Please a little bit more ahead.
Absolutely. Sorry I keep having to step away, but apparently life happens.
What do you mean? We're not LCS casters? This isn't my casting studio?
Unfortunately, no. I wish I had that quality of a microphone or a casting studio, like the live audience. But that's not the case. Up until just a moment ago, it had been a 2-level lead in the jungle for the Gragas. At least recently just hit 5, clearing... actually, I don't know what she cleared, because we saw the Raptors go over to Renji. Unless she's been doing the Krugs for a long, long time.
Yeah, the CS lead doesn't always tell the whole story in the jungle, unfortunately. King is here in mid again, lands the belly slam. The belly slam? The body slam, the belly flop. I think I just combined the two. Open Please and Smooths trading in top lane. I don't know why it keeps showing us up there. There's nothing interesting happening.
Nope, Smooth is just giving a lot of respect to Open Please, trying to not hand over a kill. He is, of course, falling down in CS, but that's pretty much what happens until people learn that Malphite's a secret pick against Open Please. Then he's probably just he or she's gonna continue to just get ahead and dominate lane.
Himana fishing for the Dazzle, not able to connect, and that's causing a lot of headache now for Eggplant as he's chunked out with the Caitlyn ultimate, the ace in the hole. Now Blueprint landing another taunt. Blueprint's getting a lot better of the trades here in mid. Renji's still able to keep up and farm, not only down about 15 CS, but it's been a little bit of struggle for the solo laners of Pigz.
going back into the draft, I want to see. So the Maokai was picked into the Camille, but the Echo was blind picked. I was just seeing since they know that Renji should kind of be the focus that they need to get ahead.
Another Dazzle lands for Himana. Not going to be able to force too much. Actually, doesn't land any of the Bravado auto attacks either. And there's the Caitlyn able to punish. Yeah, able to punish for the missed all in there. I guess not all in, but the missed attempted to trade even. And King is now back mid. Has the ultimate available. Gonna get the flash out of Echo and actually not commit the cask. His Scrambles appears mid as well.
Once again, Scrambles is down 2 levels to that Gragas.
And we've seen a lot of... It's been pretty much a solo invade from the King, but he's really taking advantage of the routing of Scrambles in order to get his own farm ahead, and also to deny farm to the Elise. The numbers don't look super impressive, because Elise has been able to farm a couple of waves in mid, and I think had one in bot lane as well earlier. But we're starting to see a couple of interesting item choices. Renji actually not really committing to an item early, goes for the Hextech Revolver as well as the Lost Chapter for the mana sustain, so delaying his future either Proto Belt or Morello's in favor of parts of both. Smooths is trading back alright. I don't know that he would win trades at this point, but with the Bramble Vest and the Ninja Tabby, at least is able to be competitive in this lane, and I feel like he's kind of or not respecting his own damage enough. But Open Please able to get that trade back, using those Sheen procs, able to weave them in on the Camille. Wombologist is caught trying to ward. The Galley ultimate coming in. Eggplant flashes in, but he's not able to finish off Wombologist. And now Blueprint and the King are here. Good disengage ultimate from Eggplant now as Renji able to get in. Not able to land any stuns with that W, and the cask used to disengage as well. Teleport coming through from Open Please. There's 5 down here. Open Please just flies over that wall into danger. Blueprint now coming in from the side, lands the taunt on Himana. Taken low. Justice Punch doesn't quite go through that wall. Open Please able to get that kill. But it's traded back as Renji picks one up as well.
Meanwhile, Maokai just up in the top lane, finally getting to absorb some farm without any pressure, and going to get a little bit of damage on that top tower in return.
Yeah, so this is the kill we've been hyping up, I guess, the whole game. Open Please picks up that kill on Camille. But it's not a bad trade for Pigz. Able to pick up that one in return, even on a solo laner. Getting it on Renji's not a bad place to have that kill, and able to defend their tower and get some damage on another one. Feels like a pretty good trade, honestly, for Pigz, especially with the amount of resources committed for Team Deathmatch. And now you have that slight teleport advantage. Blueprint has a teleport, but doesn't have that Galio ult for a while. But Renji and Smooths both have teleports unlocked. Unfortunately, it's still a Galio, so he's bullying around Renji still a little bit in that mid lane. And Renji hasn't been back to base. I think he's sitting on quite a bit of gold. Yeah, he's sitting on...
They're both sitting on a decent amount of gold. Neither of them have been back to base.
Sitting on about 1,900, almost 2,000, so should be able to complete one of those items, you would imagine. Eggplant trying to make sure he finishes up the quest for killing some wards. So Renji goes ahead and picks up the Fiendish Codex and the Amp Tome. So he's going to go for that Morello's first. And just bought the Hextech Revolver. Synergizes really well with Echo's Kit, of course, with the Phase Dive able to proc it immediately.
Absolutely, and for those of us solo queue players, prepare your backsides. We're going to see Echo return to the jungle. believe that the most recent changes have, like, given him double damage to jungle camps. Oh, hold on a moment.
Wombologist is caught a little bit. Explosive shot on, able to tick him down. Not able to finish it off though. Demon Boy fighting pretty well. The Taric ultimate going to come through the Radiance, I think is the name of the ultimate. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, the King and Open Please able to invade Scrambles at his blue buff and pick up the kill there. Renji and Smooth still trying to battle this out, and the Galio ultimate comes through. There's a double kill for King. He's up to 3-0 now, and the dive just kind of continues. The one at a time strat not paying off for Pigz might fight.
I believe that fight was all just over a blue buff up in the top lane.
Yeah, they came into really important. You came in with 2 people to invade the blue buff of Scrambles. You got that outnumbered fight, able to kill Elise, and then have the 3v2 to eliminate Renji as well. And Smooths just can't do a whole lot on that Galio pick right now. Built full armor with the Gragas and Galio bearing down.
Anyway, as I was saying before the teams decided to become interesting, well, we got another trade going on, but that's kind of just been this top lane. Slapping a tree heals up, tree exists. But anyway, as I was saying earlier, Echo is getting multiple buffs on the PB, focused on his jungle. Last I saw, it was his passive does double damage to jungle camps, as well as it's on like a 1-second cooldown.
Disengage from the Janna ultimate, able to prevent Eggplant and Scrambles from getting in and doing much more damage, and Demon Boy going to walk out, just burning the barrier. So 4 kills to 2, a little bit more quiet game than we're used to here in League KC, but ultimately still a decent lead for Team Deathmatch as they head into mid-game. We haven't seen any priority put on the Dragon from either team. We kind of expect that a little bit from Team Deathmatch with their top-centric focus. You'd think they'd be more of the early Rift Heralding team, but yeah, no Dragons even attempted yet for either side. Is kind of interesting, especially with it sitting on an Earth Dragon too. It's not one that people just kind of tend to ignore. Scrambles is caught a little bit, and we're seeing why the Gragas pick is so strong right now. Able just to fight through that. Blueprint comes in, able to pick up the kill, but now Renji and Himana have joined. Open Please kind of poking around, trying to dissuade them. 5 members from Team Deathmatch are collapsing here. Can Renji get away? Gets caught by the Hextech ultimatum. Able to chrono break back out though. The Taric ultimate able to land on 3 as Eggplant picks up 1 kill on Open Please through there. Rocket jumps back away, is going to trade his support's life for his own. And ultimately a really extended 1-for-1 trade with Smooth's. Was that teleport used earlier to go back to top lane, I wonder?
I believe so, and I believe that was a 2-for-1 if you count Scrambles getting caught out and dying
Scrambles.
at the beginning of the fight.
Scrambles was certainly dead. Blueprint now. Gonna take some free damage, but gonna get that teleport off anyway. Not the biggest concern, I guess, going up to the Maokai lane. Although this is going to be first brick over to Smooths, as he does take that down, punches Blueprint away, uses the Nature's Grasp to run. Should be
Murktrid's
fine.
on that Galio though. Yeah, he should be fine, but well, we said.
Yeah,
okay.
He's fine. The Earth Dragon does go over on the other side of the map to Team Deathmatch, so the trade of first brick for the Earth Dragon. Definitely favorable to the team that got that first brick, and you can see the gold total climbing back in there. Only about a 1,000, a little over 1,000 gold lead for Team Deathmatch now. So now some important buys coming through. The Abyssal Mask finished up on Galio. Has been finished for a little bit, picking up the additional Warden's Mail. And Elise solos the Rift Herald while we're not paying attention. If they can parlay that into a tower or 2, honestly, that gives Pigz a decent position in the game.
I was just looking at the gold differences, trying to figure out, because we've got the if you look at the 80 carries, you've got the Shiv with BF Pickaxe on Caitlyn, but no completed Greaves, while it's just the Shiv's completed Greaves and a BF Sword on the Tristana. So I was trying to figure out what the gold differential was.
Open Please uses the Hextech Ultimatum to dodge the Dazzle from Tarek, able to pick up the solo kill in the 1v2 on Himana, and able to get away from Eggplant before the Tristana is able to damage through that. So big power spike for Camille, and really showing that off of that Trinity Force. Something I'd like your opinion on, the Elise with the Mobility Boots rush into the Runic Echoes. How are you feeling about that particular combo?
It depends sort of on her goal. If she's trying to more exist in the late game and go for like a stun bot sort of pick champion, then I mean the Mobies are okay. But I
Eggplant goes in. That's a really good hookshot interrupt on the rocket jump. It's going to force a couple of flashes out as Eggplant and Open Please both paying that respect.
It's an interesting fight down the bottom lane, but as I was saying, normally you see like Elise like the magic pen and a lot of pen. That might have been the death of Open Please right there.
Yep, the crit coming through off of the rocket jump as Eggplant picks up the solo kill on Camille. And the siege
Pigz does have. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say the siege is trying to continue here in mid lane, but they're not getting a whole lot through. The Echo and Elise have enough wave clear, it seems like. Ooh, Blueprint just chunks scrambles. There's not any defensive stats on that Elise, and really showing the the squishiness of the champion there. And now Demon Boy on that Caitlyn just chunking away at the tower. King decides to go in, hits the body slam, but not able to connect. Still has the cask available. Tarek Ultimate comes through, able to buy some time, but the tower falls in the background. Janna has fallen as well as Renji uses the Chrono Break to back out. So kill in exchange for a tower. Blueprint's trying to find something else, but not able to land that. Eggplant and Open Please now. This is not where you want to be. Stuck in the ultimatum is Open Please with a little bit of manner there. Cancel a couple auto attacks, but able to pick up the kill.
Open Please did use teleport to get behind that Tristana, and I'm not sure if Tristana was aware or not, but ran right past the ward while the teleport was going on.
Demon Boy apparently kills Scrambles off of the screen with the ace in the hole. So another kill going over to Caitlyn, and ultimately it seems like Team Deathmatch is winning, but they're making some mistakes. We're seeing them overdive, the Janna paying for it on that last dive. The Rift Herald still hasn't been popped by Scrambles, interestingly. And now we see Renji versus Open Please. I'm not sure this is the member that you really want fighting the Camille. Flash away from Renji.
Chrono Break.
Oof. You really need to get that Maokai and the Camille head-to-head, but it's... If you're not getting that matchup, you see the price you pay for it is a lot of health and almost a kill onto the Echo.
Rift Herald is about to time out, so we're going to see that probably popped in the mid lane right about now.
It should be a free mid lane push, as 3 members of Team Deathmatch have rotated up to top. They're going to get that turret. But we're seeing some of the macro game break a little bit open, as this will be the last outer tower falling in mid lane. Renji going to interrupt a recall. The Galio ultimate going to come through. A teleport being channeled as well for Smooths. Fight doesn't finish up in the top lane, so I guess that's an ultimate win for Team Deathmatch. Now Scrambles and Himana I don't believe are going to be equal to Blueprint. But all the members of both teams converging through here. Open Please flies into the fight, able to get dazzled, plus the explosive shot, able to dodge a little bit of the damage with the Hextech Ultimatum, but ultimately falls to Eggplant. Renji gonna Chrono Break back out. As we're looking at the front of the fight, all the melee people just slapping on each other. Demon Boy gets taken down on one side as Scrambles. The damage actually paying off a little bit. Smooth follows through on the Twisted Advance, able to pick up another kill, and that's 3 in favor of Pigz Might Fight, kind of seemingly out of nowhere.
Second Mountain Drake spawning right now.
And Blueprint's still alive, trying to recall over here in the bush. He should be able to push off Scrambles. But the push coming in for Pigz, able to pick up that inner tower and basically even up the gold. Blueprint still getting interrupted on everything. The dazzle into the cocoon. and now trying to fight 1v5. Should fall here, but he's doing a lot of damage before going out. Renji's going to pick up the kill. This is his 4th of the game. And the Earth Dragon, the extra prize for Pigz.
That is an extremely tanky Galio. That was, what was that, a 3 or 4-man Colossus shield? I wonder how much health we... I wish we could go back and see how much exact health that shield was.
But now Gold lead evened up, Dragons evened up, kills evened up. We have a game on our hands, kind of. I don't want to say unexpectedly. It looked like everything was tilting Team Deathmatch's way, but that team fight just really didn't pan out. Demon Boy got kind of caught in melee range with a lot of members of Pigz and not able to dish out that damage. Blueprint wasn't really involved in the fight. We saw him escape with basically a full health bar. We need one of those LCS replays, I guess, to come through. Unfortunately, we have no broadcast value, so we won't see it again. Himana fishes for the Gragas as King goes in, gets a little bit of a deep ward. It'll be immediately chunked down. Ultimately, Pigz have been doing a really good job with the vision, able to force a lot of that out of their own jungle. They haven't been setting up super great aggressive vision, but able to have vision over that entire fight seemed pretty gigantic. And now pushing in toward the Baron. Open please on the flank. Chooses to take a little bit safer path there. The tension building for both teams. As now 3 members of Team Deathmatch have rotated through mid. Janna's caught a little bit by herself. I don't know that they have knowledge of that. Demon Boy's going to get caught by the Twisted Advance, though, into the explosive shot. That'll pick up a really clean kill. Scrambles is kind of off on his own on the other side. Himana and Scrambles trying to fight 2 members. King and Blueprint both stunned up. Twisted Advance comes through, able to root up a couple of members of Team Deathmatch. King and Blueprint are really tanky, and this fight is just lasting far too long. The Radiance comes through from Tarek, able to buy a little bit more time. Open please now is going to jump in from the side, able to pick up Scrambles immediately. Gets blasted away by the Tristana ultimate. And now it looks like Team Deathmatch a little bit in the advantage. Open please flies over the wall, trying to get onto Eggplant's out. Able to land the Hextech ultimatum and pick up 1 kill. Himana taken really low on the other side of the fight. King's going to pick up the kill with a body slam. And now 2 members, Smooth's trying to fight off a couple of members, but will ultimately fall. A double kill picked up by Open Please, and King chasing down Renji now. I don't think he wants to commit as much to the fight as he'll need to pick up the kill. Or we will have a really slow chase coming through. Demon Boy is here, going to land the trap, and that'll be the end of Renji. So that's a really long form ace, as Scrambles fell at the very start of the fight, and Renji at the very end, but 5 members are available now for the Baron. Doesn't look like the Galio Ultimate's available, but he has the teleport, so he could join if necessary. But there's no real threat. So free Baron picked up for Team Deathmatch.
And unlike the fight prior to that, this time Open Please was able to wait, make a flank, rather than just blindly jumping into a fight 1v4 like the, the last one.
Yeah, and that was really well done. Able to get on Scrambles as his first target, eliminate that, get out of the fight, and then come back in and able to assassinate Eggplant. Really well played on that Camille. And King and Blueprint are just so disruptive in the middle of the fight. We haven't seen particularly great positioning from the bot lane of Team Deathmatch, but the 2 solo laners and the jungler really causing havoc in these team fights. The Guardian Angel finished on Camille means that the split push is never going to stop, honestly, and teleport's being committed. Coming in, Hextech Ultimatum comes down onto Maokai, able to finish him off, and Camille runs away. Blueprint is here. He's very tanky. Doesn't land the Justice Punch. He's basically in here 1v4. Team kind of slow to rotate. King coming in from the side now, able to land the body slam. Radiance comes through from from Tarek. They're locking up a couple of members. Cask not able to finish off Renji as Pigz trying to run away from the fight. Ace in the hole comes through. Eggplant expertly blocks it with his own body, but now the Baroned Up minions have arrived and the inner tower falls in bot lane for Team Deathmatch.
During that fight, that was an excellent, last possible moment Monsoon from the Janna. Tristana had been able to sit there and just straight up stand still and right-click.
Blueprint uses his teleport to come in. Open Please flies in, chunks Eggplant out to 0. Tower falls as the inhibitor tower goes down. Renji forced to Chrono Break back out as he's not getting any really meaningful damage down. And now Team Deathmatch have blown the game wide open up to a 7,000 gold lead, basically off of a team fight and a half, I guess we'll say. And now the rotation toward mid, the push just isn't going to stop. Next dragon up in 31, it's an Ocean Dragon, not super important. Scrambles is chunked really low, and Open Please just able to destroy him. The Proto Belt Runic Echoes at least just does not have a lot of health. And the 6th tower of the game falls as Team Deathmatch now makes their way into their second red side jungle. We'll put it that way, as they set up shop with some nice deep vision.
Looks like Elise is either going to be building, more likely it's going to be a Leandri's, but could be a Rylai's. I don't agree with those purchases at all off the last back. Sure, she'll be getting some health, but as we've been seeing, she's getting just destroyed by even Gragas. She needs to kind of just become a stun bot at this point. Admit that she's probably not going to be able to assassinate Demon Boy, as that's pretty much the only target she can try to assassinate.
Yeah, it's hard. Your solo queue rule, if you're behind, you're supposed to build tank. And we haven't really seen that from the Elise, and it feels like it's costing a lot of help in these fights, as Elise goes down before able to really contribute anything. Ocean Dragon goes down on the other side of the map as we're watching Open Please get onto Smooths. And this is no longer a fair fight, as Open Please has opened up a very gigantic item and gold lead on the Maokai.
Yep, 4,000 gold lead basically in the pocket. It's a complete item plus. Ooh, nice buster shot.
Eggplant chunk out, able to rocket jump over the wall. Scrambles is caught now. That was like 3 auto attacks. Able to chunk him down. Demon Boy lands the trap. Now King is overcommitted just a little bit, but he's pretty tanky. Able to absorb that whole explosive shot, but will eventually fall as Smooths picks up his first kill of the game. Blueprint trying to push down the tower in the meantime. Their Baron buff has expired long since, but still able to push through with a couple of minions here. Twisted Advance lands, plus the Radiance. And now Pigz looking to get aggressive. Blueprint taking most of the damage. Open Please flies over the wall and able to assassinate Renji on the back end of that. They seem to forget, they lose track of the Camille, and then it costs them immediately. Eggplant's going to go down, as well as the Hextech Ultimatum has come back up. Ace in the hole, not able to finish off Smooths, but Open Please will flash through off of the hookshot and picks it up with the adaptive, or Hextech Sweep, something like that. The Scissor Kick. And once again, Scrambles isn't tanky, getting chunked out hugely before anything. Monsoon comes out for Janna just to heal everybody up, and the Nexus under fire. GG, well played, called in the chat, as game number 1 ends in favor of Team Deathmatch at the 34-minute mark. So not the cleanest game that we've seen from Team Deathmatch, but they were able to get the job done. We saw them falter a little bit in mid-game, but really pick it up. Open Please needed to pick his moment just a little bit better than he did in a couple of those team fights. And that looked like the ultimate deciding factor. I'm just going to flash some stats up there, just for everybody at home, and then we'll go ahead and jump into the next lobby.